All right, I think this is working. Let's get it all set up. Okay. All right, I think we're live. If anyone is here, just, I don't know, drop a message in the chat so I know you're here. Today I am working on Android screenshots for Ruby Native. So I right now have, let's make this screen a little bit bigger. Oh. Oh. Hello, Simon. Okay, so what I'm doing here is I have Ruby Native automating screenshots for iOS. So these screenshots were taken from a real iOS simulator on GitHub Actions, and now I'm working on Android, and it is not going well. So I have Claude right now, who is doing a bunch of work for me in terms of like just trying to get it all work. I don't know if it is possible to do what I'm doing, but essentially what I want is it to spin up an Android emulator, navigate to different pages, and take a screenshot and post it back here. This works great on iOS, surprisingly. Like usually the iOS simulator is the buggy one, but just running into a lot of problems with how GitHub Actions work, and I can't really tell yet if this is like I'm trying to do a hard thing or I just have it configured wrong. But it's a lot of like this emulator falling over. Oh, this is cool. I'm curious what will happen here. Huh. I've never clicked that before. I'm curious what will happen there. This is saying that it's a problem on my end, which I don't think is actually true. Let's see what Claude is doing right now. Okay, the A&R dialog is gone, so I was getting this pop-up that was like the application not responding with hide error dialogues. Okay. What's left is a ping every splash with no web view content. Oh god. So the app launched. but the web view never finished loading. That's going to be a problem for a hybrid app. Make probe returns. Config looks fine. Okay. Is the marketing page. No signal report. Oh, interesting. Fails path returns to the web view, the bridge isn't loaded. Real entry point is sources. Huh. That's interesting. Did you set, or was that from me from earlier? Because it works on iOS. Or me, Well, anyway, so Claude just kicked off another run. I have Claude in a loop right now that is just going over and over until they figure it out while I just kind of chat with them. So they're actually kicking off a capture build. They're clicking this button through a CLI, and then they're watching the GitHub action flow. Looks like, oh God, they take so long though, which is really a problem. But I think that that's because nothing is being cached. Go away. Because everything is failing. So once one run succeeds, this should go down dramatically as the so we can cache anything essentially. While that chugs, let's see what else we can work on. So I have a Ruby native gem, and that is where the project is kept. For the roadmap, and Android is still in progress, but I think that this is something that could be knocked out pretty quickly. So the Ruby native preview command only takes a port, I believe. Let's see. Let's go into ping-rb bundle exec Ruby native. And then we have preview. Oh, huh. It's looking at port. So that should start the tunnel. Yeah, so we take a port, but do we take a URL? So just ignore it. Yeah, it just ignores it. Okay, cool. So let's kick off a new agent. And what I'm going to do is just point them to this issue. And they should be able to use the GH to check it out. Nice. And start working on that. Device offline, device offline. Yeah, this is the problem. It's just like it takes so long for this thing to spin up. Oh, wonder why. Oh, because it's offline. God. Oh, milliseconds. So that's 72 seconds, which is a little over a minute. I guess that's not terrible. But, oh, that might be good. Oh, this could be good. This may have actually worked. Wait. Oh, it's the AVD snapshot. It's not the actual capture. AVD Android virtual device. So it's essentially saying like the device started, and we can then use that for future runs. This is the big one. Booting the emulator, installing the APK, and then doing the things. It feels like we booted the emulator twice. But maybe this one just is really fast. All right. Let's follow up with our I have enough context. Cool. These are ones you're going to do an external URL instead of localhost. Correct. Beta test. Cool. Run the preview test to make sure everything passes. Okay. Add a new URL. The tunnel an arbitrary stream. Rename check local server to check upstream and generalize. Okay. Cloudflare still runs and produces a star.url. URL only changes what it points at. Matches the issues work. I don't understand that. I guess it's assuming that the URL is not public. Okay, so back to the screenshotting stuff. The original capture button run, show this exact string in the log. Okay, yeah, so it's like, why are we going to root path instead of an authenticated path? So we're going to sources now. So slash sources. Cool. Okay. Keep working. You're right that the framing of my summary was confusing. The nuance and example URLs gave. .local. That's an OrbStack hosting. Got it. Interesting. So what did they want? That's a .local. I mean, like, I'm just going to access it. It's not going to work. Yeah. It's interesting. I feel like it's... I mean, there's no feature request for someone who wants to point to a remote URL directly. So I don't think I need to build that. Okay. Okay. Same failure. Return to sources. My /root diagnostics was wrong. Pulling this screen cap. All right, let's see what this thing looks like. Blank screen. Different shape of failure. Aborted. Auth path never reported ready. The screen got into a doze off state. Or the web view crashed. Jesus. This feels like it should be a solved problem. I guess it's all diagnostics. All right, that's going again. Let's take a look at gem. Well, I didn't say to push. so I can do a bin release. What do we have here? Current version 093, so I can do a bin release gem for 094, but I first need to run release here, which will summarize what we just did into release notes or changelog. Don't need to talk about orb stack. Still don't need to talk about that. Okay, cool. Cool. Okay. And then we can commit amend this. And then from here, we will release 094. Ah, fair. Cool. Okay, so that's, I'm just gonna yeah, I don't want you to see me log into NPM. That wouldn't be good. So you'll just have to stare at my face for a second while I do this. I am two-factor authing on npm.js right now. And now I am two-factor authing on Ruby gems. And then I will two-factor one more time when I push the npm package. And then you can see my screen, I promise. Okay, cool. So GitHub release, push to npm, push to Ruby gems. This now is closed and released in version 0.9.4. Done. I don't know why we have these. Today, milestone. Okay. And that is what we want. Awesome. That was easy. Where are we here? Close this out. Still going. Three minutes. God, that snapshot is so... Snapshot just takes so long. Last run. Two minutes. So building the app, sure. snapshot, and then booting. I think because it fails, it doesn't persist caches. I could be wrong, or that is the load time when it means creating it every time. Learning way more about GitHub Actions than I ever wanted to, let me tell you. All right, let's look at the most recent. 5 minutes. Okay. Set up, but not actually saving. Every run shows cache not found. Same key never hit. Add save always true. Yep. Sure. That feels pretty worth it to drop from 10 minutes to 4 minutes. Where are we? Okay, cool. So we've cached it. We've created the snapshot. We've wrote the script. We're now booting the emulator. Pet color buffer. Jesus. I'm just like, what does that even mean? God. My God, we just started it. Frozen or actually doing stuff? That also feels like an issue on our end. It's at 2 minutes and 40 seconds. What happened last time here? Two minutes 45 seconds. We're at oh, failed. Again. Okay, so we got the failure at least. And a bunch of power state. Awake. Fullness. Wakefulness changing. Okay, so Claude's looking at this. That's interesting. It's a web view. OG Compat initializer. Oh. Uh-oh. Real bug found. Huh. Is that right? Okay, I can't log in, but I can log in as myself. Sources. C in there. Oh, what is that? Cloudflare. CDN CGI ROM. What the hell is that? Oh. Didn't know that. I didn't even know I had web analytics turned on. Okay. Ah. Nope. Eh. Okay. Yes. This worked in the past. I got screenshots with the dialogue on top. Why is this? Yes, I'm live. Is it not working? Oops. It's frustrating because downgraded. So this is so Rails has the browser check that requires modern browsers, which is good because it only polyfills its JavaScript back to a certain point. But if we don't have that, oh, this is going to be buggy. Okay, the last working config, Google API's Play Store, which auto updates Chromium Web View. Okay, fair. Okay, sure, more RAM. Yeah, that was the problem. And that is slower. It's probably gonna be an issue. Circuiting and caching. I didn't see anything about caching. I don't. It's the problem with it. It's like you're debugging so much, and so much of it can't be cached because it keeps failing. The feedback loop is so long. Ubuntu latest. All right, now we wait again. Super exciting. Barcode scanner is super interesting. We already have the code from Bridge Components for Hotwire Native. That's nice. I should format that. Okay, so it's either coming back to the scanned or we're listening to that event. Bridge, barcode scanner, scanned. We're propagating to, yeah, my controller, scanned, okay. Oh. That's interesting. That now is creating a lot of essentially multiple different build formats for Android. We already have two different variants. One is for no in-app purchases and one is for in-app purchases. So I think that this would end up requiring 4 variants to have all of the different combinations, which doesn't really matter except for caching. But if I'm pre-warming AVDs like I am for iOS, that means I'm kicking off 4 instead of 2. And then another feature would do, you know, if it's binary, is 8. Ugh, I'll have to think about that one. All right, so this is almost done. I think it was like 2 minutes and 45 seconds gets us where we want. Now, adding the barcode scanner on iOS would actually be pretty trivial. I have all the code from Bridge Components. I just have to wrap it in a signal element. It would probably work like this, like a floating action button. Oh, I should start doing those. Native fab tag. So it would be like native barcode scanner. But it needs to present, actually this is a new paradigm because it would present a brand new view or like a brand new native screen, which we don't have the concept of. Yeah, these all decorate. We would essentially need to capture a click to present a view. So maybe it's really just as close to a button, which is a floating action button, but this is native. Maybe this is a little bit trickier than I had thought. I'll have to think on that one more. Okay, how are we doing here? 246, okay, so we're back here. Success. starting. Okay. Timeout. 16. 2. What an odd number. Hey, Kieran. How's it going? Watching me debug GitHub Actions to take screenshots on Android. Super exciting stuff. We got Claude going, who is in a loop right now of kicking off screenshots, monitoring the GitHub flow, and the flows take a lot of time. So it's a lot of spray and pray. I don't know what's going on here. This feels like it is stuck again. Oh yeah, I am using Solo. I really like it, even if it just helps me organize my projects. So I have Ruby Native up here, PingRB, which is the, I guess I haven't really talked about this yet, have I? Just like a little push notification app. It's in the App Store, so you can tell your agent to ping you when you're done with stuff, and it just, you get a little push notification on your iPhone app. I have a bunch of sources set up for like when I get paid through Stripe or Ruby Native CI goes down, stuff like that. So I have that here as PingRB, and then I have like a whole thing on business, and then I have a client that I'm working with right here, which is really nice. Right now I have a couple of things in Solo going on. I have the platform running as a command. So this is actually the Rails server, and it starts as soon as I open Solo, and then 2 example apps. And then I have this like huge list of to-dos, which I didn't generate any of them. This is all from talking to Claude. And this is the backlog of what I'm working on for Ruby Native, which is really cool. And then I have these 4 scratch pads right now. Oh, I tried Firebase Test Lab and it didn't work. Actually, I can just delete this. Oh, archive, nice. Android, this is actually done. I just am waiting on screenshots to be ready. And this is what I'm working on right now. So the handoff was done. So I like to use these as handing off context from agent to agent. Here's a really good thing. I went on a spike on creating like a full-on screenshot editor. I think I have. So with the editor, I was able to not write any code or touch any editor or you know, like Sketch or Figma or anything like that, and was able to generate these what I think are good looking screenshots on iOS. So Ruby Native captured this screenshot or this screenshot, and then Ruby Native editor imposed the frame on top, and then we set a background color, font, and text here, which has been pretty cool. So all of that is like kind of just on a branch, but yeah, where's the branch? It's, I don't know, it says someone here, the agent knows, but this is all, when I pick that work up, it's all the work is done here, so I don't have to have it in Claude or in like a file. Yeah, I really like Solo so far, even if it is just keeping me more organized. Okay, so WebView is Chrome, cookies auth save, the JS, oh my god. Signal report never fires. 406 wasn't the only thing going on. Let me see what sources actually returns in Chrome. The ANR is back. Hooray. 8 minutes. God, the feedback loop is so long on this. Oh yeah, and let's... Can I get it directly? Don't they have like a output or something? There. Bloop. System UI isn't responding. That is very different than an A&R on the app. Weird. I guess that makes sense. Let's just confirm. So I got to the point where I had screenshots working. So I have this. Can I see them bigger? Which is the screenshot that we want in the background. So this was actually captured by Ruby Native as well, which, you know, I can work on this later, but we have the native back button, we have the native plus button, we have the content of the screen, we have the native tab bar, but Quick Step isn't responding is what I was getting. I don't know what Quick Step is, but that is very different than the error that we're seeing now, which is that System UI isn't, like, this isn't even launched. It's also using a different emulator. This one is like an older version. So frustrating. Cosmetic. It's not cosmetic, it's broken. What was it? Quick. This is like the worst whack-a-mole I've had in a very long time. A very long time. Codex 5.5 extra high. Codex is Microsoft or? Oh, OpenAI. Oh, I don't pay for OpenAI anymore. I only pay for Claude. All right, I'll set that all up maybe for next stream. I don't want to start punching in credit cards and stuff right now. Okay, paper. I will. I will. Okay. We have a not actually working. see what Claude does there. Okay, and you're picking up the actual delta. Original working config, current config, we bumped the API level, we're using, oh, that's interesting. Fix the bridge, pin the web view. Yeah, I don't really understand what the fix is. Gates the set attribute behind if document element isn't ready. So what if it, does it like fire again when it is ready? How does it know when it becomes ready? That's the staged version. It's supposed to be identical. Oh, interesting. The comment, of course. Fair. Yeah, I don't understand what's going to happen there. What do you have going on? You're just reading code. Realistically impossible. That's like what we've been debugging this whole time. If you want a belt and suspenders version. Oh, I see. Okay, I want to do a couple things before building the local harness. Your emulator is up. You have COM, Ruby native. Okay. A couple of things. Your emulator is up. And you have COM, Ruby native, Nirvana, COM, ping RP. If we hit production, we can't make changes, but it also is going through Cloudflare. So let's do that. Because I'm wondering if that Cloudflare oh, we didn't get it this time. We had like a Cloudflare rum. No, not that. All right, back to this. Wait, oh, where's AVD? Huh. Oh, Cache APD. Building a local harness. I'll mirror the GHA protocol exactly. Where are you putting it? I found something interesting. So every page in screenshot mode reports unconditionally. Reports what? It's going against the patched bridge. If this is green, we capture ping RP sources real. Okay. Okay. Okay, so this is the 2 minutes and 40 seconds one, so we got a little while here. I'm so excited to release this. It's kind of ugly. I should clean that up. Where were we? Buck 20. Okay, answering your question first. Reports, drift fires, report signal on native on Android side. Which calls, that's what so reports conditionally. A tabless page on a fresh install whose local storage flag isn't set will silently skip its first report. Interesting. Oh wait, I do need... Well, let's see what they do, because I think it does need to be authenticated. All right, here's the one. Let's see what happens. And what's going on here? If you're running it, why are you... Oh. Cool. Yep, still waiting on that. So I kind of set this one up for failure because it's not going to authenticate without the key. The way Ruby Native screenshots work is that you set up these paths and then you get a key from Ruby Native and then you use that key in your credentials, which means that you can have this like configuration block to verify requests from the screenshot runner to automatically log someone in. So you know this verifies that the key is correct. So someone can just like hit this endpoint and then you say, okay, for the screenshots, just use this user. So you don't have to have the person or the runner go through the whole like signing in and verifying and sharing cookies or anything. It just uses that user, which has been really nice. So this second one Captured 3 out of 3 cleanly. Okay, so it didn't sign in. In this 404, but this is all hidden local. You hit local. Silly Claude. Green? Oh, we got green? Oh shit, we got a screenshot. Where are you? What does it look like? System UI isn't responding. So it loaded the shell. It loaded part of the web view, considering these are both driven from HTML elements, but we didn't get any other rendering? Working. No. False. Okay, found the gotcha. Yes, the app local properties is overriding your P flag. That's why I hit your dev server. Let me check that.
Screenshot key from users Jomis Alati workspace projects. Ruby native production screenshot key. Masked.
Did anyone else hear that? My computer just started talking to me. The middle area looks empty. Yeah, the whole web view is empty. There's nothing here. How long did it take? 7.5 minutes, and it took 2.5 minutes to create and snapshot it. So 5-ish minutes for a single screenshot, but if we do multiple, it should only add incremental timing. Thanks, Karen. Okay. Okay. God. Okay. Oh, so let's see. This is the local runner. profile doesn't actually exist. So this is good enough to assume that local works. Okay. And this is hitting prod. Yeah. Yes, this is prod. The whole pipeline is healthy on your hardware against production. Whatever's failing on GitHub Actions is almost entirely environmental. Yeah, ignore the... Darn. I mean, I don't know what else we're gonna do. Really frustrating, really frustrating. Oops. Transient? The application crashed. Surface flinger? Tell us surface flinger. Okay. The bridge silently skips its first report. If capture page has no data meta tabs, no report means screenshot mode ready. iOS is injected. Yeah, document start. No one has a tabless. We don't have a tabless path though. The first path is not tabless, so I don't think this matters. Okay, we saved 245 megabytes, 1,000 megabytes. So next one, hit cache. Earlier probably runs did try to save it in bumping keys. Okay. Implementing the dismiss ANR before screen cap next. Cool. Do that and push and kick off. Hello, AELTYIF. Okay, so we're back to pipeline is healthy, which means GitHub Actions is failing for a different reason. Okay, so this was not helpful. We essentially said that it's GitHub Actions' problem, which we kind of already knew. I don't know. This isn't really helpful. I want to just throw a bunch of RAM, but oh god, this is just. All right, new did your job, but you're not helpful. Oh, I should probably have that clean up. Whoops. So hopefully this is at least shortening our feedback loop a little bit. Native bin, native pack, native bin, screenshot local. All right, we can just keep that. That's fine. I'll either nuke it or commit it. All right. So this one should be much faster. All right, this might be the last run before I call it. Not the most exciting stream, I apologize, but this is what I'm working on. All right, so Gradle was cached. God, I wonder what my usage is at this month. $12 in overages. That's fine. Okay, cache restored. Build the APK. It's an incubating feature. What? That feels like something we should be caching. Nice. Oh. That was fast. That was like a minute and a half before. But this is the big one. Cache hit. Nice. Quick 2 gigger. Alright, so it downloaded it. I'm guessing it's extracting it. Yeah. TZ. Whoa, that's huge. Nice. Okay. This is a good loop. That's interesting. I'd love to know what the code looks like to to spit that out. I mean, that's future-proofing itself, right? Interesting. Okay, the AVD was created very quickly. That's good. The emulator was launched quickly. Device offline, device offline. Where do we do the ANR stuff? During the screenshot flow, so that's soon. Emulator booted. Only a minute and a half in. I'm so close to just getting a Mac Mini. One. Failed to install? Ignoring. Why? Oh my god. Oh, thanks for the kind words. I appreciate that. How long were we taking to do this step before for a failed job? Three minutes and 15 seconds, okay. And we're at, oh, okay. What do we got? What do we got? Hey, we did it. I got a screenshot. Nice. All right. Screenshot looks good. Oh yeah. 5.5 minutes? That's what iOS takes. I think. God, I haven't done an iOS screenshot in so long. Oh my God, so much debugging. Build iOS app, warm iOS screenshot cache. Oh. So, all right. I think that'll do it for today. Thank you everyone for joining. I'm gonna try to do some more of these. If it was fun or worth it, let me know. Comment or shoot me an email or something. Bye everyone.